So hello everyone, this is Caden or Mr. Ninja Cat as my channel title calls me. Um, After some technical difficulties yesterday, I'm gonna give this another shot and see if I can record a decent episode. Um, Last one commentary was fine, but the audio quality was bad, and I'm afraid this might suffer from the same issues. But I edited a lot of stuff audio-wise, and hopefully it'll be better. So, Pokemon Sage is fan game made using RPG Maker with the pack Pokemon Essentials by 4chan/VP board, which is the Pokemon board. And so they're trying to make a whole new region, the Urobos region, fully flesh it out, full gyms, and then also add a whole new dex filled with new Pokemon. As you can see, this isn't my first time playing through it, because and so far you can just go through the first gym, so that's how far it took me. And that took me about 3 hours, so we should have a decent little bit of time to put into this. So I'm going to start a new game. And here we go. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Before I begin, is there anything we need assistance with? Nope, no info needed. This world is filled with many of these creatures called Pokemon, and there's your first little newbie. I think it's called Capig. It's like a little cat hat guinea pig thing. Some enjoy training their Pokemon and fight alongside them, others simply enjoy their company. I used to be quite the trainer back in my day, but I've made it my life's work to research Pokemon. That's why I've come to Urobos, to study the history of the native Pokemon and the fascinating stories behind them. My passion for Pokemon research has even led some to call me the Pokemon Professor. In any case, it's time for you to begin your adventure, but first a few questions, if I may. Oh dear, these glasses are always getting smudged. Or tell me, are you a boy or a girl? I like to play girls when I'm playing through Pokemon games. And I'm gonna go with Cadence. No, let's go with Ferris. Ferris is my more traditional go-to name for fantasy games. And even though Pokemon's set in a modern world, it's still a fantasy game, because we don't have actual trainers in Pokemon. Though Pokemon Go is aiming to be like realistic and cool. Though I'm still hedging my bets on that one. Now go, Ferris. The world of Pokemon is waiting for you. So then, let's start off. Before I get started, so Urobos is based around South America, so you might see some similarities, South and Central America. Lots of the olden mythology ties in, like Aztec, Incan, and Mayan. And, so it's going to be an interesting wild ride when they're finally finished with it. So far, it's just the Pokemon they've got so far that, feature what's up. But it's really interesting, because, as you'll see in a bit here, so your friend Simon was over not too long ago. He said Professor Mangrove has a surprise for both of you. You remember how to get to his lab, right? It's just across the bridge. But first, I have a surprise for you, too. Brand new running shoes. Ferris got running shoes. Why am I giving you a present out of nowhere? Oh, you'll see. Just go meet the Professor Mangrove. So, as you can see, the starting town's all up in the mountains and covered in snow. Which is a very big contrast from every, single actually officially licensed gens so far. So, just talking to people for credits. Professor Mangrove is incredible. I wish I could have seen half the things he's seen. And there's a door here that goes up to his backyard, but it's locked because he's rude. Anything in the trash can? Nope, it's empty. I like, ever since, it was Fire Red Leaf Green or Emerald 1, or one of the Gen 3 games and remakes had it where there was a gym leader, where you had to go through the trash cans to find the switches to turn off the fences, rather. And ever since then, I've just, out of habit, checked every trash can I can. It's hard when your children leave home. You just have to hope they're ready. Hey Ferris, it's been too long. If you're looking for old Simon, he ran off to old Mangrove's lab in a hurry. Said something about getting a Pokemon. Gee, I remember when my best friend and I got our first Pokemon. We had a battle and I lost. To this day, he won't let me forget it. Wahahaha. Alright, Wario. I love taking walks and breathing in the cold mountain air. It is nice. So here's the lab, which has a lot of books. Mangrove, Ferris, you finally arrived. Ferris, the professor has given us both our very own Pokemon today. Or it was supposed to be a surprise, but yes, as Simon said, I would like to give each of you your own Pokemon today. Over on the table are 3 exceptionally rare Pokemon. Choose whichever one you like. Ferris, you may go first. So we got Foliate, who is my favorite of the bunch that, so far it's a cool little grass flying type, little bird. But it's kind of horrible for the first area because everyone's ice type. And grass and flying is 4 times weak to ice, so he gets sort of beaten up. Then you got Kidling, who's a little fire goat. He becomes a fire and rock type when he evolves, which is pretty cool and very useful for this first area, but I tried to run with him yesterday and he died on me. Then there's Aguade, which I'm pretty sure is a water fighting type. And I'm going to go with Aguade. And his name's going to be Crasher. No. Thrash. Good old Thrash. A reasonable choice in such a cold climate. They say different things, depending on each Pokemon you pick. Like if you pick Kidling, you say that's a smart choice in such a cold climate. I think it's like daring choice if you pick Foliate, because Foliate's kind of horrible type-wise. And here we go for the first battle. So there's the trainer sprites up close, or the portrait sprites rather. So he's got Foliate, I got Aguade. Last time, what happened to me was I was almost there, one more hit and I would have taken down his Aguade because I went with Kidling. And then he crit hitted me and I died. That was just the beginning of a bad run. Didn't work well, to say the least. Even though he has the type advantage, he died like 5 times on me. I think mainly because he's a physical attacker and all the first moves, like the first fire move he gets is a special attack one, so he can't make too much use out of it. And we won this time. Cool. I defeated rival Simon. Oh man, I was sure going. You know what? I've decided I'm gonna take the gym challenge. Alright, first stop, Quavertown. See you around, Ferris. Oh. I have someone else to help you in your adventure, but I left it with my assistant Sequoia. Could you go fetch her? She's in Trembletown. Just take Route 1 east to get here. It'd be best if you stick to the path. It's much farther that way. Oh, and one more thing. And one final thing, rather. You don't have to keep their Pokemon in the balls all the time. You can let one route one of your Pokemon to follow you around like this. Jesus. And there you are. So I got my little Aguade. Let's read his Dex entry. Oh, right. That's what we're getting. We don't have the Dex yet. So, I'm gonna stop the recording here real quick, and then we'll resume it if everything goes well with the audio and everything. Hopefully it will. I put a lot of time editing the audio into it. And then we got... Did he heal up our Pokemon? Yeah. Thrash is all healed up. Sassy nature. No. Well, actually, special defense isn't bad. Alright. So, I will pause the recording here, and then... If it's bad, you'll probably never see this, but if it's good, I'll see you in the next episode.